one devotion. Hear from a born sharpshooter about his secrets to success. Find out why a rising star chose the parquet over ice and snow. Meet a big man enjoying the Euroleague more his second time around. And catch up on an action-packed week worth of thrills. During his 3.5 seasons in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague, no player has buried more three-point shots at a higher percentage or has scored from the arc more frequently while on the court than Real Madrid's JC Carroll. His talented hands helped Carroll discover his calling as a sharpshooter at a young age, growing up in Wyoming.
It started out a long time ago. One game in particular in high school really stood out. We were on the road playing, and for some reason that night I ended up I made 14 three-pointers on 16 attempts. That was a real shot of confidence to my basketball game, my shooting ability, and since then I kind of had in my head that I could keep trying to go to the next level.
Carroll did not take his talent for granted. Rather, he used it as stimulus to train even harder and to his own very exacting standards, as when he put up more than 20,000 shots one summer while at university.
I'm a really, really goal-oriented person. I love basketball, but I don't like going to the gym and wasting time. So, yeah, I'd sit down every Sunday and I'd come up with a weekly goal and a daily goal and specific shots I wanted to shoot each day, and I documented it. I shot 23,000, and I made 21,960 of those attempts. So it was very well documented. It's all on my laptop, and it's a good story to kind of motivate young players as they start to come up.
By making it part of his daily routine, Carroll developed the kind of habits that have led him to become one of the most consistent shooters in the pro game.
If you're a young person, you're coming up, and you really want to play basketball, you need to set your mind to it. You need to have goals, specific goals, and be dedicated. I had a great childhood. I had a great time this summer, but I'd always make sure and spend an hour and a half a day practicing basketball before I ran off and did something with my family or friends. I always had a girlfriend and stuff, and they always just had to understand that I had to dedicate a part of my day to basketball.
The precision with which Carroll practiced alone was just as important as how much time. He focused on the shots he knew that he would be taking in games.
I knew what plays my coaches were going to run for me in college and in high school, and now here at Madrid. I know the kinds of shots I'm going to get. So in my day-to-day workouts, I make sure to shoot a lot of those shots, coming down off of down screens, catching one dribble jumpers, but a lot of transition shots and that kind of thing. So you just got to know where your shots will come from and practice those.
During the professional season, playing 2 games a week, there isn't as much time for taking practice shots in the thousands. But Carroll is always analysing his game to know when a tune-up is needed.
After practice, it depends on a lot what's happened the game or two before that. If I've made a lot, I'll shoot a lot less. But if I haven't made any shots for a while, I'll grab one of the coaches and easily shoot 100, 200 after a practice.
Long years of studying his craft have led Carroll to some conclusions about what elements make a great shooter.
One, I think mechanics are really important. Finding a good shooter and trying to mimic the style of shot he takes. I think dedication, taking the time to practice your skill. It takes a lot of shots to become a very good shooter. And lastly, confidence. I don't know if that's a skill, but mentally something that all basketball players need to have, but especially shooters. Confidence that you'll make the shot, and confidence that if you miss one or two, the next one will go in.
Carroll is not immune to some superstitions common to his profession, but years of dedication are what add up to performances like the career-high 32 points he scored earlier this season on 7 for 9 three-point shooting.
When you come in the game and the first shot goes in, it takes a little pressure off the next one. And So yeah, if you make the first one or first two, the game seems to get a lot easier after that.
And when that happens, how big does the basket start looking to the Wyoming shooting star JC Carroll?
More like a swimming pool.
If there is one player that has truly earned a fully fledged Euroleague return this season, it's centre Vladimir Golubovic of Unicaja Malaga. Since his last full Euroleague season, Golubovic played for 7 different teams in 4 countries. Now, through half a season with Unicaja, he ranks among the Euroleague's top 20 per minute performers.
It's amazing feeling to play Euroleague again. Of course, I'm a same player, but with much skills, more, very experienced now during this time, and I think I'm a better player, a much better player than I used to be before when I played Euroleague last time.
Golubovic's journey from his native Serbia started with 2 respectable, if short, Euroleague seasons with Union Olimpija Ljubljana. Since leaving Slovenia in 2010, he has played for 3 teams in Turkey, 2 in Spain and 1 in the Ukraine. He even made one end-of-season stop in Dubai. Everywhere, he soaked up competition and experience.
With the years, of course, and a lot of games come experience. You play against a lot of the guys, a lot of the good players. So you basically learn a lot playing against very, very high-quality players. And playing against these players make you better as well, especially if you work on your game, you're making progress.
Golubovic's services were so in demand that he switched to Spanish teams at mid-season 3 times. But despite the experience gained from playing all around Europe, spending the whole of last season with Akon Ted Ankara provided him with the stability to make another huge step in his career.
Playing whole season in Turkey in one team helped me a lot because coach gave me confidence. We had an amazing team. I didn't have to think about anything beside basketball. I was well focused and I use it on the best way.
Indeed, Golubovic enjoyed a breakthrough season in the Turkish capital, leading his team all the way to the Euro Cup quarter-finals. And after 20 games averaging a double-double of 19 points and 10 rebounds, Golubovic owned the Euro Cup's single-season record for his total performance index rating. It was the culmination of all the work he put in at so many stops along the way.
I work out on all aspects of my game, especially on the rebounds and the low post skills, so I think those are the things I improve the most.
His progress can be fully appreciated this season as Golubovic is the 4th best per minute rebounder in the Euroleague, averaging almost 6 in less than 17 minutes per game, while Unicaja ranks 2nd on the boards as well among all Euroleague teams. In other words, Unicaja fans got just the influential big man expected when their team signed him last summer.
I think they can notice that I'm more experienced, more confident, with the better skills, with a better feeling for the game, and of course that I'm a better player than I used to be before.
Let's find out what happened in this round. Real Madrid stayed perfect, Maccabi Electra won a tough one on the road, Barcelona got back into winning ways, and Alba picked up a solid win. In a clash of European giants, Real Madrid held firm to defeat Panathinaikos. Veteran Felipe Reyes was the main man, scoring 18 points and pulling in 9 rebounds, while Rudy Fernandez added 15 points and 5 assists as the home team won every quarter to ease home. A far closer contest was endured by reigning champions Maccabi Electra, who trailed heading into the final quarter against a Žalgiris Kaunas team led by a double-double of 18 points and 13 rebounds by Paulius Jankūnas. But a solid fourth quarter allowed Maccabi to prevail as Alex Tyus made 6 blocks and Sylvan Landesberg top-scored with 20 points. FC Barcelona produced a strong team performance to hold off Crvena Zvezda at home with 15 points from Alex Abrines, leading 6 scorers in double figures. Alba Berlin delivered an excellent second half to overturn an interval deficit at Galatasaray, with Reggie Redding scoring 16 points and Alex Renfro dishing 9 assists in an impressive victory for the German team. Zoran Erceg scored 19 in vain for the hosts. Real Madrid remains alone at the top of the group, with Maccabi now in sole command of second place and no less than 4 teams tied for third. CSKA Moscow turned on the style, Olympiacos fought back at home, Fenerbahce won the game of the week and Nizhny Novgorod provided a sensation. The top 16 assists record was broken twice in the space of 2 nights in Group F. Firstly, Milos Teodosic dished 14 assists for CSKA Moscow in a big win over Unicaja Malaga. Nando De Colo also shone, not missing a single shot on the way to 28 points. The following day, Teodosic's efforts were outdone by the exceptional Taylor Rochesty, who registered 15 assists as Nizhny Novgorod surpassed 100 points for the first time ever to beat Anadolu Efes. That included a 65-point first half, the second highest tally in competition history, while Artyom Parahovsky earned the B-Win Weekly MVP honour with 27 points and 6 rebounds. Olympiacos was in trouble at half-time against Laboral Cucha, but then Vasilis Panoulis took over to finish with 27 points and secure a comfortable home win. Fenerbahce led nearly all the way in the game of the week in Milan, but 24 points from Martian Brooks kept EA7 close until a late burst saw the visitors safely home. Jan Vesely top-scored with 15 points, while Bogdan Bogdanovic provided 8 assists. CSKA and Olympiacos remain perfect and now enjoy a 2-game lead over the rest, with Fenerbahce, Nizhny and Efes tied for second place.
Loudest. I don't know. Everybody is speaking loud.
Many players can say, but it's good for us to wake up before the practice.
The loudest is our captain, King. He's the loudest on the court. He's screaming all the time, so he's the loudest.
Luka Mitrovic, he is our captain and he's loud. He must be the leader of the team.
That's tough. The loudest. Dan.
Loudest guy is Lasme.
The loudest? I don't know what is loudest. I think it's me.
The loudest would have to be Maciej Lampe. I think he comes in and starts talking loud from the get-go when he makes the first step in the locker room. So we try to tell him to keep it a little bit lower.
The loudest. I think Katsivelis.
Same here then. He's always talking, he's always loud, he's always trying to be like in center of everything.
Me.
Pargo, loudest for sure.
Yeah. The loudest, all the guys from the East Europe. Every time they trying to talk, they scream at each other like Lado, Soki, Marco. They don't know how to speak loud. I mean.
He's a great singer. If he finished basketball career, he can be a singer.
He's singing all the time under the shower, after practice, before practice.
Okay, I'm watching me.
Oh, yeah.
Since he joined its roster just 18 months ago, non-stop guard Jaka Blazic has been key to Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade's steady rise to its very first Turkish Airlines Euroleague Top 16 qualification. That is not surprising if you watch Blazic race up and down the court, but it is if you know his hometown, Bled, Slovenia, where basketball is not exactly the first choice of sports.
In Bled, nobody plays basketball.
Located at the foot of the Alps, Bled is more suited to the winter sports that ran in Blazic's family, with his father being a prominent skiing coach.
When I was young, I skied a lot. When I went on, slope, he was my teacher there, so it wasn't that fun skiing for me like for other kids, but anyway, I like skiing, and when I finish my career in basketball, I'll definitely go and ski again.
As a youngster, however, Blazic was even more serious about another winter sport that far outpaced basketball in his town, ice hockey.
I practiced only hockey for 8 years, from my 5th or 6th years till high school. Actually, I started with hockey, and then I started playing basketball, so hockey was my first sport.
All the while, basketball was also tugging at Blazic, with encouragement from other family members.
My grandfather put a basket in front of my house, so every day when I was young, I went there, shoot some basketball on this basket, and I don't know, my mom saw that and she wanted me to sign in some basketball team or basketball school.
Successful in 2 sports, there came a moment when Blazic had to decide which he would pursue long term.
When I have to decide for basketball or hockey, I just choose basketball, and that's it. And I don't regret this.
Nor do Euroleague fans regret Blazic's decision. He quickly advanced from Bled to the Slovenian capital, and in 2 seasons with Union Olimpija Ljubljana became a double-digit Euroleague scorer by age 22. He has now maintained those numbers coming off the bench as a high-motor substitute for Crvena Zvezda. Looking back, Blazic realises some of his trademark intensity came from ice hockey.
I got these work habits, because in hockey you have to train hard, you have to work hard if you want to be active on ice, because I think hockey players are really prepared when they go on ice, and I got these work habits and aggression. Hockey is aggressive, and I think that's important too in basketball. You have to be aggressive all the time if you want to achieve something.
And it doesn't bother Blazic if hockey players aren't always considered the most well-behaved athletes.
Basketball players are more polite than hockey players. Hockey players, when they are on court and outside of the court, they might speed a lot of times. They might curse more. But anyway, if you have a little bit of that inside of you, it can be good also for basketball.
Despite the fact that he's still only 24, Blazic promises he won't backtrack on his sporting allegiances.
I like playing hockey, but basketball is my love, and I will stick to it till the end of my life.
Just the same, Blazic says, don't be surprised to find him on the ice again.
To watch games, hockey games. Last year I went on to skate a little bit, so you don't forget those kind of things, so I'll do hockey too.
What is sure is that besides a great pro player, the little town of Bled, Slovenia, now has a true promoter of basketball too.
In Bled we have 1 basketball court. It got renovated this year, so I'm very happy for that. So young kids can play basketball now on good courts. But it's only 1 basketball court where people get together and play maybe 3-on-3 and shoot some hoops. It's not popular there, but I hope one day that will change.
hello, my name is Adonis Fotsis, and we are here with our newcomer, Esteban Batista, and we will try to teach him some Greek. You know how to say hello in Greek?
No, I don't have no idea, so you can
You have to say Yasu.
Yasu.
Yes. So you used to, if you want to talk to somebody, you say Yasu.
All the time, Yasu.
Yeah, no problem. And do you know how to say I play for Panathinaikos?
No.
Παίζω για τον Παναθηναϊκό. Difficult, eh?
Say again. Παίζω για τον
Παναθηναϊκό. Yeah. Don't make.
Παίζω για τον Παναθηναϊκό.
Bravo. Don't make any mistake with the teams, you know.
I know, I make
say
all
another
of it.
team. If you approach a girl, do you know how to say I like you?
No, teach me because maybe I will need
This is
it.
very useful for you, eh?
Yes.
Μου αρέσεις.
Μου αρέσει.
Μου αρέσεις. But eye contact also, not only words.
Μου αρέσεις.
Seriously.
Yeah, everything. If you go out with this girl, you have to pay after for the bill, you know, you have to be gentleman. You know how to say, bring the bill, please?
No.
Το λογαριασμό.
She can say that.
No,
She
you
know
have
Greek.
to pay, you have to pay.
Why not?
You are the guy.
Okay. I'll say again.
Το λογαριασμό.
Το
λογαριασμό.
Το λογαριασμό.
Okay, because it's difficult, you just do like this,
Yes.
and the waiter will know. This was our first lesson with Esteban here. I think, okay, for the beginning I'm a good professor, but later on somebody will teach him better.
Ever-improving Artyom Parakhosky was unstoppable on Friday in leading Nizhny Novgorod to a historic 109-90 victory over Anadolu Efes Istanbul. The dominance of the first-year centre also netted Parakhosky B-Win MVP honours for Top 16 Round 4. He was Nizhny's top scorer with a season-high 27 points and racked up a performance index rating of 37, which was the most of any player in the top 16 to date this season. Parakhosky was also extremely efficient. He made 11 of 14 shots and was perfect in 5 trips to the foul line. He also added 6 rebounds and 3 blocks to become our fully deserved B-Win MVP. Let's check out the top 5 plays of the round.
Number 5, Barcelona, Spain. Loose ball dropping the way of Ante Tomic. Quick pass from him and Deshaun Thomas turns on the style with a show-stopping reverse dunk. Good awareness from Tomic. Great finish from Thomas. Number 4, Madrid, Spain. Sergio Rodriguez of Real Madrid is not the league MVP for nothing. What a pass to Yanis Barousis. All the class of Sergio Rodriguez. Incredible pass. Number 3, Kaunas, Lithuania. Alex Tyus had 6 blocks for Maccabi Electra. This was the best of the bunch. Denying Will Cherry leads to Jeremy Pargo going all the way to the other end and scoring with the layup. But it all started with the defense from Alex Tyus. Number 2, Milan, Italy. Andrew Gaudalok, known for his scoring for Fenerbahce. But on this occasion, he's patient. He finds the pass, and Jan Vesely finishes it with an emphatic slam. Explosive play from Jan Vesely. And the number 1 play of the week from Madrid, Spain. It's the top 10. It's James Gist. You know what's coming next. Unstoppable, a brutal, high-flying slam dunk from one of the most spectacular players in Europe.
The playoffs race continues, taking shape in Top 16 Round 5 next week as a rematch of last season's final and a classic game of the week highlight Thursday, while a second pair of iconic clubs from Greece and Turkey play for the very first time on Friday. In a rematch of last spring's classic overtime title game, reigning Euroleague champ Maccabi Electra Tel Aviv hosts Real Madrid in Group E for their 51st showdown since 1968. Expect history to be thick in the air as high-flying Alex Tyers tries to repeat his Final Four heroics, while rebounding warrior Felipe Reyes leads Madrid on a mission of revenge. History will start for Panathinaikos Athens and visiting Galatasaray Live Hospital Istanbul when they meet for the first time ever in a key moment of the Group E race. The Greens will look to the flying skills of James Gist as an antidote to the exquisite game management of Carlos Arroyo for the visitors. Also in Group E, another first-time face-off sees Crvena Zvezda Telekom welcome Alba Berlin to Belgrade, while more tradition takes the stage when Žalgiris Kaunas visits FC Barcelona. The battle for playoff position in Group F will be front and centre when Anadolu Efes Istanbul hosts Olympiakos Piraeus in the game of the week. Veteran Stratos Perperoglu will lead the hosts against several former teammates with whom he won the Euroleague, including another experienced forward, Georgios Printezis. Also in Group F, a national derby takes the stage when mighty CSKA Moscow receives newcomer Nizhny Novgorod in the Russian capital. Still boasting the Euroleague's only undefeated record, CSKA follows red-hot Nando De Colo into head-to-head battle with the top scorer of the season so far, Nizhny ace Taylor Rochesty. The Group F is complete with a pair of games in Spain as Unicaja Malaga look for a much-needed win against visiting Fenerbahce Ulker Istanbul, while Laboral Cucha Vitoria can say the same against visiting EA7 Emporio Armani Milan. Join us next week for an action-packed show.